Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In Surah Hujurat, verse 13, Allah says, Ya ayyuhan nasu inna khalaqnakum min zakarin wa unsa wa ja'alnakum shu'uban wa qabaila lita'arafu inna akramakum indallahi atqakum inna allaha alimun khabir. And the translation of this verse is, O mankind, indeed we have created you from male and female and made you peoples and tribes so that you may know one another. Indeed, the most noble of you in the sight of Allah is the most righteous of you. Indeed, Allah is knowing and acquainted. Now, comparing our skin color and complexion with others and then having this feeling of inferiority because we are not fair enough is a growing problem amongst girls in Pakistan. Their parents often tell them that they won't get any proposals if they do not lighten their skin. Mothers often compare them to other girls who are fair-skinned, which makes them feel hated by those around them. Eventually, the girl who used to be confident in her own skin grows up to be a very complex woman, hiding herself from the public and terrified of what people will think about her. But the question is, why is being fair-skinned considered to be superior? Where did this idea come from? All the prophets were beautiful, but not all the prophets were fair-skinned. Musa a.s. is known to have been very dark-skinned. Similarly, all the Sahabas were beautiful, but not all the Sahabas were fair-skinned. Hazrat Bilal was known for being dark-skinned. So where did this idea come from that being fair-skinned is equivalent to being superior or beautiful? Media has a huge role to play in this. Advertisements always show the successful and happy woman as being fair. The woman who is considered attractive is almost always shown as being fair. So without saying anything, this silent indoctrination is taking place inside of us. This idea creeps in that being fair-skinned is success. In fact, the West tries to export its culture and beliefs onto us as well, so we start thinking that dressing like them is cool. Eating the food that they eat is cool. Wearing the kind of brands that they wear is cool. It makes us feel superior. Therefore, in the same way, since women in the West are mostly fair-skinned, being fair-skinned is superior. In the same way, whenever you watch a movie, you will notice that slaves are always shown as being dark-skinned. So the next thing that you know is that being dark is associated with being inferior. Similarly, poor kids are normally shown as being black, and rich kids are normally shown as white. So again, the idea is white is superior, black is inferior. This is the kind of indoctrination that is going on through media and movies. In contrast, in this verse, Allah tells the believers not to fall into a complex because of their beautiful skin. Being born into nations with certain skin colors, features, and characteristics was not done so that one could feel superior over the other, or that one could start working hard to copy the other. It was only done by Allah to promote variety, and so that we can easily identify each other. So for example, if we all look the same, we would lose our own sense of uniqueness and identity. What makes us beautiful is that of the billions of people who live in this world, there is no one who is exactly like you in terms of features, face, skin color, or nature. There is just one you. That's how special you are. And that is what makes it easy for people to recognize you and remember you. Otherwise, if people kept mistaking you for someone else, how annoying would that be? But instead of acknowledging the beauty of being unique, we are too busy trying to imitate someone else. We are too busy trying to change our features, change our complexion, change our skin color because we want to be like someone else, instead of loving the fact that we are unique and we are beautiful. And most importantly, this verse reminds us that we all are Bani Adam. We've come from the same parents. We all are the same. What makes us superior or inferior in the eyes of Allah is not our looks, but it is our deeds. That is why Allah says in this verse that the most noble is not the fair-skinned, but it's the one who does righteous deeds. So remember, life is not about getting the most proposals. about being considered the most attractive or getting the most praises. It's about loving your Creator and loving His most beautiful creation, which is you. So instead of using filters, instead of hiding in a corner away from the crowd because you're afraid of what they will say about you, instead of worrying why you're not getting as many proposals as somebody else, hold your head high when you walk in public, because beauty is about confidence. Beauty is about the positive energy inside of you that you radiate. When you love yourself because you love your Creator, that is the kind of love that people will feel from you, and then you become beautiful in the eyes of everyone, especially Allah. Assalamu alaikum.